So you all day.
I was out here hopping, but really be cops. Young as I look at, I feel like I want. Big on G and I can't be stopped. Say you was homies, you really be ops.
Oh no! A 9'6" tall vampire lady. I hope she doesn't find me here in my hiding spot. I hope she doesn't find me and peg the shit out of me. Oh, that'd be awful. No, don't look for me. Oh, no, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Hello?
Wounded masculine women are the women who are defensive, judgmental, critical, and they're very controlling and combative. They project their own disappointment, doubt, and shame onto other people and blame external things for the reason that they're unhappy because they lack the ability to look inward and take accountability for the way their life turned out. They want a masculine man but attract feminine men because masculine men won't put up with them. A masculine man and a masculine woman would clash too much. It's too much of the same energy and it would be very explosive. These women pride themselves on their hyper independency and they put a lot of weight and value on external things. It's the softness of a woman, her nurturing affection that draws people into her like a magnet. It's what draws masculine men towards them. Masculine men don't care about how much money you make or how successful you are. They want a woman that balances them out, not challenges them.
Toxic individuals avoid admitting their part in a situation, the root issue. Instead, they'll concentrate on how you react to their abuse. They literally, deliberately provoke you. And once you react to how they treated you, they'll accuse you of having anger issues and how you're just so angry and always crazy and aggressive and you're always starting a fight, manipulating each situation.
I'm a hustler. You don't need to ask a hustler where she is getting her money. I'm a big hustler. I work hard for my money.
Okay.
I work very hard for my money. So you don't have the right to ask me where I get my money. The only person that can ask me now and I'll answer is sister. Because sister is a hustler. She works for her money too. So we need to create ideas together. We need to exchange mindset, business mindset together. Not you. Because if I tell you now I'm wasting my time, you just want to monitor my money. Have my money come and go. So don't stop me again.
The biggest worms I've met in my life are people who don't have egos. I think I'm the fucking man. I think I'm cool as fuck. People often talk about downward spiral. He lost his girlfriend, then he started drinking, then he lost his friends, then he drunk more. Downward spiral. You know what else is real? An upward spiral. He started training more, so he had more energy, and he started working more, started making more money, and then he went to a better gym, and then he trained harder, and then upward spiral is always fueled by ego. So having an ego is not a bad thing. In fact, I encourage every man out there to have an ego. Develop an ego, a massive one, and then work to justify it.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. How can I help? Do you guys sell coffee in this establishment? Absolutely not, no. But we do sell coffee. What can I get for you? Splendid. I'd like to give me a large ice warm de mocha. Oh, we don't have larges here. We have grande. Oh, okay. Well, then I'd love me a Get a name for the order?
No, Pharrell. House music. Good music that could buy you a house.
Make something undeniable and make it equally as infectious. Why are you doing music? Is it just because you just want to look cool? Because that will burn out. When it becomes purpose-oriented, it could be as cool as the flashy shit, but it will be much more meaningful.
I mean, niggas can see me literally walk on water and be like, I bet he can't swim. You know.
Right after the Met Gala, I sit there with popcorn in hand, no pep.
When a woman has sex with a man and leaves behind a DNA sample, that DNA hangs around for a long, long time. Microchimerism is basically the cells of one person in another person. Telegony is when the characteristics of a previous sexual partner show up in a woman's offspring that she's conceived with a new partner. No surprise that these topics are radioactive in academic circles. And most people online try to frame these things as theoretical, but that's simply not true. Telegony in particular has been clearly observed in animal husbandry for centuries, and subsequent attempts at explaining it away by dominant and recessive alleles simply doesn't hold water. Reading the recent research, after the previous male sperm entry into the female reproductive system, those sperm which do not participate in fertilization penetrate into the somatic cells of the uterus and store their genetic epigenetic information there. When the woman conceives with a new partner, his DNA exchanges information with her DNA, which also contains the DNA of dozens of other men. This means a man having children with the average woman today, his kids will have traits from the men that she's previously had sex with. For women, it's a matter of long-term health issues, particularly with autoimmune issues and a correlation with higher rates of Alzheimer's disease. And besides, it's just nasty.
I'm in my motherfucking boat, man. I'm flying around this motherfucker selling cocaine. I'm the white man. Bitch, I'm the boat man. I think I'm motherfucking flying around this bitch. I'm in a boat plane.
Bought a house in a neighborhood that is predominantly black. I bought my house 7 years ago for $47.50 per square foot, which is pretty close to half of what it would cost to build a home the same size. So why was it so cheap? There was one land prospector that bought up properties. He bought up thousands of properties. He left these buildings abandoned and intentionally let them get run down so that the whole neighborhood looks terrible. That land prospector drove the housing prices into the ground because if he can own a large enough area, he can get the city to eminent domain it and pay him for those properties. That one land prospector owned most of the properties in this area, and the city eminent domained it. They paid him for those properties, and they tore down all of the houses, forced everybody else out. And I always hear people say, well, why can't black people take care of their neighborhoods? But what they don't know is that most of those properties all belong to the same white guy.
Now, there are people having kids who can't eat wheat.
But Christina, it's an allergy. You don't know.
I ain't fucking a guy that's scared of toast.
Today is the 20-year anniversary of the Killdozer. For those that don't know, the Killdozer is an amazing event that centers around one man, a man with a mission. His name, Marvin Heemeyer. Now, Marvin had a dream to open a muffler shop, which he did. However, the town he did it in was the small town of Granby, Colorado, and the head of the zoning board there didn't like him very much. So the town refused to run sewage lines to the muffler shop. They also made it difficult for him to get access to the main road. And the final straw was when the town zoned to build a concrete factory right next to his shop, basically making it impossible for him to have a functioning business. Well, after years of legal disputes and constant town hall meetings, Marvin had had enough. And so he hatched a secret plan. He bought a Komatsu 355 bulldozer that he slowly began to modify in his shop. He attached metal plates to it with spaces in between that he then filled with concrete. On the final day, he sealed himself in the bulldozer like a bulletproof sarcophagus and drove out into the small town of Granby with one goal in mind: revenge. And he proceeded to bulldoze through the town hall, destroying it. He also destroyed the mayor's house, as well as several other buildings. Now, luckily, no one was harmed during this event, except for Marvin himself. And Marvin's memory lives on as a hero who stood up to small-town bureaucracy.